Today we're going to make some beer. This is a great pale ale based from Black Rock, and it's got hops and yeast in the can here. And we're going to also add with it a unhopped malt extract to add extra body and flavour. You can, however, use sugar like what people have done in the past with traditional home brew, but we find you get better results by using the unhopped Black Rock kits. Today we're using a plastic fermenter which has been cleaned and sanitised. We need a plastic jug with measurements on the side. This is a 5 litre jug, and you need a mixing paddle, which all of this stuff has been pre-sanitised. So what we need to make life a little bit easier is some hot water. In the can here at normal room temperature, this is quite hard to get out of the can, so we want to place it in some hot water first to let it loosen up for about 10 minutes. Now we've got our cans that have been soaking in water for 10 minutes, so we'll take those out. And then we want to make sure that everything that comes in contact with the beer from now on is sanitised. So this is our alcohol sanitizer. So you can use a cheap bottle of vodka and it helps kill any germs that are on the cans or in the air. Firstly, the tops of the cans, we're going to spray those, and also the can opener, and then we open the cans. Now that we've got the cans open, again, we need to make sure that whatever comes in contact is clean, so even spray your hands. So in here you can see the malt extract, and it's nice and runny, ready to pour. What we're trying to achieve here is we want to get a wort ready to pitch your yeast at about somewhere between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, because that's the ideal temperature for fermentation. Too cold, it goes dormant, too hot, and will kill the yeast. So firstly, what we'll do is we'll put 1 litre of hot water into the jug here. So essentially, when we put all of this stuff together, we want to hit a target temperature of about 20 to 25 degrees. On the side of our fermenter here, we've got a thermometer. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 litre of hot water and the kits together, and then we'll be able to top it up with cold water to get to the correct temperature. So in here, firstly we'll put our pale ale kit. It doesn't really matter what sequence you put them in. All you want to do is get all of your ingredients together in this hot water so we can dissolve it. So now we're mixing it up, make sure that it's all fully dissolved within the hot water, and then we want to add that to our fermenter. So we'll just sanitize the lid here, remembering that anything that this comes into contact now has got potential for contamination, so spraying the lid to make sure it's sanitized. And then we add the mixture into the fermenter. So now we want to add 10 litres of cold water, and then we add another 5 litres in. And then what we want to do is give it a good stir, so make sure this paddle again is sanitised. Mix. And then we want to check the temperature. So we're now currently sitting about 26 degrees, which is pretty close. So now, essentially all we need to do is add more cold water right up to the 23 litre mark on the fermenter. So now we have 23 litres of fresh wort ready to ferment. And we check the temperature again, and we're still sitting around that 26 degrees. Now we can pitch our yeast. So again, make sure that your fingers are nice and clean, and sprinkle evenly over the top of the wort. Last chance to make sure everything's sanitary. Spray and close it up. And then we have some sanitizer or alcohol in here in the airlock. So with the airlock, what this does is it lets the CO2 gases escape as the beer ferments. Then we leave it to brew. After the first day or 2 days, you should start seeing this bubbling away, and then you know that you've got a nice healthy fermentation going on. Make sure the fermenter is going to be kept somewhere within that temperature range. So it needs to be between that sort of 20 to 26. It depends on the beer style, but the Black Rock kit tells you on the instructions on the can what the temperature range is for that particular style. At the moment, we have wort, yeast, in a fermenter, and hopefully in 5 days' time, this will be beer.